ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to North Shore Live Cooper's Corner. We're live this evening. It is June the 28th, 2017. I cannot believe that we are halfway through the year 2017. It's June, and now we have to look forward to is summer, then fall, and then, again, the S-N-O-W word. Oh. Anyway, let's take the lovely weather that we've been having. And today was a rainy day, and so the lawns got watered and the flowers will grow again. And I hope everything was fine for you. Please do me one favor. Any kind of pottery you might have on your patio or deck or in front of your house that has a saucer to it that collects water, please empty it, because that is a wonderful breeding ground for mosquitoes. Please empty it, turn it over so nothing will be able to spawn in that water. Remember, anything gathering water, even in the baby pools, if you could put a cover over it, or you have to spill it out or flush it out. But if you have any standing water for any length of time, you'll notice little wigglers in there, and that happens to be the beginning of mosquitoes. Please turn them over. And that I meant to tell you a while ago, but now that we've had some rain, please check your patios, your decks, your front lawns, your driveways, on anything that might be able to hold water, even an inch of water. You need to turn it over, spill it out, so mosquitoes will not accumulate and be born from that. Anyway, also in this particular weather, be conscious and aware of heat stroke. Keep yourself well hydrated. Your children and senior adults, check on them, call, knock on a door, see if they have a fan going, see if they have air conditioning. Sometimes they become very weak and the apartment becomes overwhelmingly heated from the stuffiness. There's no window, no circulation. Save lives. We're here for safety elements. I mean, you know, the element of safety is why we do this program, for your sake and others. And also for excitement, like the 4th of July, that's up and coming next week. So we have as our guest this evening, Larry Sassarosi, who is a commander of the American Legion, Unit 145 here in Highland Park. And he's going to give us some interesting facts on just what Independence Day or the 4th of July has brought to Highland Park and how he's participated. And we're going to give some, I hope, times and dates for the parade. I don't have it at hand, but Larry knows all. Larry knows all. So without any further ado, let me please introduce my guest, Larry Sassarosi. Welcome, welcome. Always
Thank
a
you.
pleasure.
Again, we have to digress.
Yes.
Last time I was here,
Yes.
we talked about Independence Day, but you kicked off with about the community and
Yes.
okay. Let me tell you something. You were brilliant when you spoke about mosquitoes. For 10 years, I was president of the South Lake Mosquito Abatement District. I was president when the West Nile virus hit.
Oh, see.
And we went through, you cannot believe, someday I could come on and tell you more about it. We had to, number one, Fort Sheridan was annexed, but they were handled by the government. We had to annex them.
Yeah.
And we had no cases in Highland Park. Oh, you were brilliant. You're right. Standing water, even in a saucer,
Sure.
you know.
That's right. Only
And many times under a porch.
Yeah.
Or under a
deck,
patio,
yep.
there's water
That's
there.
right.
If in the waters, you cannot believe how they breathe in water.
Quickly too.
Quickly, very, very quickly. A toy, a bucket, which is there.
A sand
In fact,
bucket.
one time at City Hall, we found them. He had some barrels out there,
Yeah.
and the water just sat on the top. They were full barrels.
Yeah.
Not open, but there's a rim around the barrel.
Sure, that's what the
and
water.
water stayed there. It's
That's right.
unbelievable how you have to watch that.
Well, like it rained today. Now, somebody's got to turn that over because
Right.
tomorrow
Right.
there's going to be humidity in the
Right.
air, and that's going to be breeding ground. So you need to dry it out, flush it out. So
That was 10 years of my life working on that. Yeah, we took care of Highland Park, Highwood, Deerfield, Riverwoods, and Bannockburn, the 5 cities,
Oh.
South Lake.
yeah,
Anyway,
all right.
4th of July.
Yeah, coming up.
I have some specific facts, but I want to get into Highland Park, you know, my
Okay.
experiences in Highland Park.
Sure.
Now, the internet's great. It can do a lot of good things. And I got a good definition about independence. I'm going to read it.
Good.
In 1775, people in New England began fighting the British for their independence. That we knew. Now, July 2nd, 1776, a year later,
Okay.
Congress secretly voted for the independence of Great Britain. 2 days later, the 4th.
Okay.
The final wording of the Declaration of Independence was approved and the document was published. However, the first public reading of it was on July 8th,
Oh.
1776. And delegates had to sign it because you remember all over the country didn't have
Yeah.
what they had now. And they had until August 2nd, 1776, to sign it. Now, almost 100 years later,
In the
1870
yes,
now
yeah.
we're talking, Independence Day was made an unpaid holiday for federal employees. And in 1941, it became a paid holiday for them. So
Okay.
here we are in 1870, 1941. The first description of how Independence Day would be celebrated was a letter from John Adams, President John Adams, to his wife Abigail on July 3rd. Here they did it on the 2nd, they signed it, they wrote it, the 4th they published it. In between, he described, quote, pomp and parade which shows, games, sports, guns, bells, bonfires, illuminations throughout, they would call fireworks now,
Fireworks, yeah.
throughout the United States. However, the term Independence Day was not used until 1791. That isn't bad. Okay. Interestingly, Thomas Jefferson and John Adams, both signers of the Declaration of Independence and Presidents of the United States, died on July 4th. On 1826, exactly 50 years after the adoption of the Declaration. I have trouble reading.
Goodness.
It's also important to note that Native Americans lived in the country, and each tribe had its own nation and government prior to the European settlers. I didn't follow that sentence.
Oh.
But came across 10-inch unusual.
Yeah.
Let's hope. I got only one per page.
Unusual,
Okay.
all right.
10 unusual facts about the 4th of July. Are you ready?
Okay.
Only 2 people actually signed the Declaration of Independence on July 4th itself. John Hancock, remember the big signature?
Oh, yes, John Hancock.
And Charles Thompson, Secretary of Congress. Most of the others signed on August 2nd.
Why is that?
Well, they were. I mean, remember, they went back to their own homes. You know, when they were
Farms were-
there. They went
okay.
back to their farm. They had to. It was summer. You know, we were a farming community. So once they approved it, they headed back. But they had to sign it.
But 2 people already, just
Yeah,
2
two
people
signed
said-
it on the 4th itself.
Okay.
Hancock and Charles Thompson, Secretary of Congress. Most of them signed on August 2nd when they got called back. Now, not everybody, fact 2, was on board celebrating July 4th. The day of Congress approved the Declaration. John Adams wanted to celebrate the 2nd. 'Cause that's when they wrote it.
Oh, okay.
He went to the 2nd, the day Congress voted. So they voted on the 2nd. He went to celebrate it then. Back 2. And we're going to lose track in a minute. 3. One U.S. president, Calvin Coolidge, was born on July 4th. So were Nathaniel Hawthorne, Neil Simon, George Steinbrenner, and one of the Obama daughters.
Really? 4th of July?
Yeah, 4th of July, born on the
Okay.
4th of July. Okay. Now it says 3. We knew 1. 3 U.S. presidents died on July 4th. John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and James Monroe.
Wow, I didn't know that.
On July 4th. In a bizarre twist of fate,
Yeah.
Adams and Jefferson both died. They both died, as we said before.
Yeah.
July 4th, 1826, the 50th anniversary.
Of them.
So they had to be, they were in their 20s. They were well in the 70s and 80s
Easy,
at that time.
yeah.
Easy. And, okay, another fact we go on here.
That's all right. That's good. 10 facts. Okay.
On July 4th, 1778, 2 years after, George Washington ordered a double ration of rum for his soldiers to
because of the holiday.
I love it. 2 days.
Good general. That's a good general.
Yeah, 2 years after to the day, July 4th, 1778. You see, I haven't read these before.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay. July 4th wasn't deemed a federal holiday until 1870. We said that before.
Yeah.
Nearly 100 years after the nation was founded. That's interesting. 100. Well, you know, it was done, but a national holiday. We were, you know, a country of states. We weren't just really Washington at that time. You know, 1870. It was after the Civil War. Being 1860, we became a real country at that time. Remember, it was so independent.
Yeah.
You know, it was so divided, independent. The West was just expanding.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fireworks have been a major part of the Fourth since the earliest celebrations. In 1884, 76 to 84.
Yeah.
What
are you laughing?
No. Listen to this.
You're laughing and you're not even reading it.
In 1884, miners blew up the post office.
Oh my goodness!
In Swan, Colorado, because it wasn't supplied with fireworks.
Oh, they were looking for the illumination.
Yeah,
remember?
so they blew up the post office in Swan, Colorado, because it wasn't supplied with fireworks. Oh my goodness, that is too funny. Okay, here now, the Philippines gained their independence from the U.S. on July 4th. 1946, right after the war. War's in 45.
Yeah, Philippines.
Signed by the Treaty of Manila.
Yeah.
We're getting down there.
Okay.
Oh, I never knew that. Other countries, including Denmark, England, Norway, Portugal, and Sweden, celebrate the 4th of July because many of their citizens moved here.
They celebrated?
They celebrated, yeah. Denmark, England, Norway, Portugal, and Sweden celebrate the 4th of July.
England would celebrate the 4th of July?
Yeah.
That's when we became free.
I know.
From
because
George.
many of their citizens moved to U.S. or
George.
simply to attract, or to attract American tourists.
Oh, sure. Okay.
The plot thickens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now this is the American dollar. Okay.
I'm not going to ask you because, I mean, I should ask you this question. The Americans consume 155 million hot dogs.
Yummy.
We only got 300 million in the country.
I just made hot dogs for dinner.
Well, around 155 million hot dogs on the 4th of July every year. They spend 92 million on chips. Who does this stuff? And 167.5 million on watermelon. And
fruit.
This is low. 341 million on beer. And I can't believe. Oh no, that's 300. That's more. I take it back. That's okay. So 155 million hot dogs. Only 92 million on chips. Only 167 on watermelon million. Double that. 341 million on beer.
Wow.
How about that?
Does it say the entire country or?
Yeah. That's
Oh,
that's the entire country.
Wow.
That's the exciting facts.
Well, so that's got to tell us something, that they prefer, the country prefers hot dogs to hamburgers pizza or barbecuing steaks or anything else.
In fact, in Highland Park, when the parade's over, we go to Sunset Park.
Yeah.
And the Lions Club, which I happen to be a member of, has the major hot dog stand there. They had for years. That's their big fundraiser.
Oh, yeah.
So at the park afterwards, after the parade, they have the, we have, the hot dogs. We sell the hot dogs at that time. So anyway, regarding Highland Park.
We need to know when it's going to be, the time.
The parade kicks off at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, 10 o'clock on Tuesday morning.
Yeah, on the 4th, right.
Okay.
It starts at City Hall there, but actually at 9:30, the pet parade starts first.
Okay.
In other words, the pet parade, sponsored by the chamber, kicks off at 9:30.
Yeah.
They're lined up just north of the library, Laurel
Okay,
Avenue
yeah.
there. And they go through, they bring all the way down. It goes up to Central Avenue, all the way down Central into Sunset Park. Then at 10 o'clock kicks off. Now, we are unit number 3. The first unit has to be the VFW, will be carrying the flag,
Okay,
and doing the rifle. I don't know who's number 2, as a matter of fact. But anyway, maybe the parade marshal.
Who do we know?
I don't know.
The parade marshal?
Oh, I know I do. And it's the President Irv. He's president of the chamber.
Oh.
They did it for community. Oh, I should know this. To honor community volunteers.
Oh.
So the head of the chamber is going to be the parade marshal. So we're going to be the third unit. We have 2 convertibles. One will be myself, Sheldon, and a couple people. Then the second one will be the auxiliary.
Okay.
We have an auxiliary on it. But then from there, we go to the park. And the park has numerous activities. They got a major band there. They got all these food concessions.
Nice.
And it's a fun time. I mean, by the time the parade takes about, by the time we hit Sunset Park, it's 11. So you're there until about 11 to 3 in the afternoon. Very, very busy.
It's a long day.
What's interesting, our parade starts at 10. I'll give it a little history later. At noon, Northbrook, Deerfield starts, 2 o'clock Northbrook. So many outfits, they come down Central Avenue, rather than turning right into the park,
They just,
will continue on to Deerfield. Deerfield's waiting for them.
Yeah.
They finish Deerfield Parade, and then we go to Northbrook. And how that came about is that we want to have music there in bands. And we called someone up, well, that time it was only $200. Maybe it's $500 or $1,000 now for parade. Come here. Well, we said, but however, if we get you, I get you in Deerfield.
Get you in 2 other
I'll get
places.
you in Northbrook.
Yeah.
But also, as far as business, my brother and I had a SAS Tire Company. We did Highland Park and then into Deerfield. And Northbrook was a little bit far. However, politicians, and I got to tell you, I volunteered for Susan Garrett. I love Susan Garrett.
Yeah.
Behind her is this sort of entourage. There's this good-looking guy bouncing all over the place. Who is he? Obama. I don't know, the guy from Adam.
Yeah.
He was just going to run for state senate.
Yeah.
And I forgot what year that was. Anyway, in that case, we went down to Highland Park. We continued to Deerfield. We went to Northbrook. So that was 3 major. Imagine the number of people you saw there.
Oh, sure.
That was unbelievable.
Sure.
And the JCs, it's an organization. Originally, it was called the Junior Chamber of Commerce,
Yeah,
but we weren't business people in town. We were volunteers. So we took the initials JCs and made it the JCs. We did. We started all the football field. The park district was strictly maintenance of grounds. They didn't have programs. We started Little League. We started the football. When it came to parades, we got involved. Now, going back, I came to this country 80 years ago this year. I was 2.5 years old in February. I came here. So growing up here, in the parades, I remember more like pretty much, during World War II in the 40s. I got here in 1937. That the parades would actually go east on Central Avenue, just the opposite. They'd end out at the memorial there on Laurel Avenue, memorial there. And then again, throughout the years it changed. Now I lived here, but I went in the Navy, got out in 1959, and joined the JCs. And we had a parade. At that time, the parade was one vehicle, a used Jeep, with some guys in it, followed by the American Legion, the VFW, the high school band, the Boy Scouts, and the Girl Scouts. That was fine. And about 2 years later, we didn't have the Jeep, so I ended up carrying the flag. That's all. The only unit was I had the flag, someone had the drums, and someone had the flute. Like
a flute?
Yeah, had the flute. Now, come about a couple of years later, we got involved with the Drum and Bugle Corps. We were sponsoring. The guy says, why don't you have an international contest? What do you mean? He says, well, Drum and Bugle Corps are all over the place.
Yeah, they are.
In 1963, we invited the Canadian champ from Canada. New Jersey had the VFW champ, and the American Legion champ was in Park Ridge. We have a contest. So where were we going to have it? we're all young. We're all in our 20s and 30s in the JCs. In fact, they kick you out when you're 35. It's in there for training. It's in how to get in the community.
Good, yeah.
Insane. We decided to have it, but we had to light up the athletic field. There were no lights then.
Oh.
So we knew guys in the construction field. Bob Maroney, one of the most ingenious guys, got people to donate the lights, and he got someone to hang them and someone to wire them. Now, it only held 1,200 people. I just gotten out of the Navy. My last duty station was charge of recruit training. I knew the people up there, so we commandeered a bunch of recruits. Now, we needed a truck. One of the people in town was Rafferty Transfer and Storage in North America, Joe Rafferty. So with his truck, we went with the recruits, took them down to Lake Forest College, to Fort Sheridan. We put up enough stands to seat a total of 4,000 people.
Oh, my goodness.
That night. Now, because of that, we met all these drum and bugle contests. So since that time, that's why we got so many in the parade, because they knew. If they came here, it's $1,000 for them to be in one. They're going to get 3,000.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's how 4th of July in Highland Park went. Again, in the old days, you always had a carnival in the park. The VFW. I think they alternated. VFW American Legion. They'd have it right in Sunset Park. The big Ferris wheel that jumps around.
Yeah.
Full-fledged carnival. So we're sort of doing that now, but we don't have a carnival as such. We have a lot of fun. So anyway. It's going to go from City Hall, go north to Central Avenue, turn to Central Avenue, go down the hill.
Yeah.
So again, the pet parade is at 9:30, and then the regular parade starts at 10.
So where's a good place to get a seat? You're going to see them anywhere. Yeah, you're going to see them anywhere. Yeah, yeah.
I think the review stand is going to be right where Port Clinton is.
Okay.
Right in front of Port Clinton. That's where the review stand will be.
Okay.
And but people are all the way. We just start there right at City Hall to right up St. John's. Yeah. Then all the way down Central, all the way to the very end where we turn on Sunset. So it's well attended. It's a good day.
I know.
But now there's fireworks the night before now.
Now the fireworks.
They were at the athletic field. I'm sure. Yeah,
at Walters Field.
Walters Field, I call it. Yeah, Walters Field. And there's parking across the way at Highland Park Country Club.
Yeah, yeah.
There's some parking at Walters Field, but they really tie it all up. And so it's great. The fireworks are there. So obviously, they have to wait until dark, about 8:30, to start. But they have bands. They have entertainment from 6 o'clock on. They have. So it's a full day. So here you're at Sunset Park till about 3 or 4.
And when can we have our picnic then? Do we just have a picnic in the park there?
Yeah, at the park there. Yeah. Some people even in Sunset Park. I know you can buy food there.
Buy food, yeah.
But really, in the evening, if you don't have it in your own home, many people go home. Yeah. They have it in their backyards and all that. Then they come back and they go to the athletic field, Walters Field. Yeah. And they.
The fireworks.
The fireworks are there.
Wow, yeah.
Very, very nice. And they go almost a good hour. Very, very
I think they do go a full hour.
Yeah.
I think it's like from 9 to 10. Yeah. They wait till it's dark.
It's got to be dark enough,
and then they have the wonderful fireworks. It's really beautiful.
But that's been fun. At the 4th of July, again, we always had, we're next to Fort Sheridan, close to Great Lakes, but we just have always very military minded, so we always were very respectful of the Independence Day, whether it be that or it'd be Memorial Day, which we had, and Veterans Day. And the American Legion. The trouble is, our numbers are shrunk a little bit as they move on.
your clientele, your members are getting older.
Yes.
And thankfully that they are getting older.
Right.
But time has its way with physical fitness and being able to participate in some of those.
Well,
things.
last year, if you recall, we instead of having one parade marshal, we had all World War II veterans en masse. And that being the 75th anniversary of Pearl Harbor.
That was right. That's right.
I was able to contact, I think, 33 or 35 World War II people, but only 23 could make it. I remember getting calls at 4 or 5 in the morning Larry, I can't make it. But we ended up with about 23 to 25 of them. And it was just phenomenal, to see them and to be honored, have them so honored. That was a great parade that we had there, that was very good.
Well, I don't know. Will they have a truck or a car to carry?
Well, I don't think we're going to have anything special this year, for the veterans, just per se, the ones marching, and then us in the cars. And we're going to have the American Legion, the VFW, the American Legion, and then we have the Jewish war veterans. They're going to have a couple of cars also.
So they'll, okay.
Yeah. Those are the three main groups, which we rotate, honoring Memorial Day, Veterans Day, and that. So
and Veterans Day.
It's going to be, so it's a lot of fun. It's
oh, yeah. Well, this is community awareness. This is also pride in America. Mm-hmm. This is also who you are and where you live.
Right.
And the community should be aware that, we have a lot of honorable people and that live here and fought for our country, and their names are carved, on that on that stone up at on Central Avenue. And there's two Maronis that are on there.
Oh yeah, there's several. Oh yeah.
One was the Civil War.
Yeah.
He was the only one from Highland Park
that
died in the Civil War.
I know. And just recently they honored the fireman did. He was a fireman. He was a fireman for, I think, 11 months only, and he got drafted for the Korean War, Sonny Rafferty. Oh. And there was a memorial for him just recently, and honoring him. But his name is up there on the one on Central Avenue.
Yes,
the American
I saw
Legion
the name
thing.
Up there. Yeah,
that was good.
Name.
And we had, you were there, we had a flag disposal ceremony.
Yes.
Where, in fact, you know what? We still have it. We're going to eventually take all the flags. We only have the ceremony does one flag.
Yeah, that's what we did.
And there was a well-written script as to what it meant.
Exactly.
Why did they do a nice job of that? Well, now we have about a good 200 to 300 flags.
Which you collected?
Yeah, we've collected.
Oh.
So may I ask? They're still collecting them at City Hall and the police department.
Okay.
So if anybody has them, because within about a month, we're going to go with the Highland Park Police Department. They have a unit where they practice with fire.
Yeah.
We're going to have a ceremony there and do all of them.
Okay.
So it'll be sometime probably late July, early August. So we can make an appeal. If you have flags which are tattered or torn, there's, in fact, upstairs, there's still a collection box.
Yeah, there's a box upstairs.
Yeah, box upstairs. Also at City Hall. Yeah. They can drop them off. I think the library also.
Okay, well, you should.
Because there's a proper way to dispose.
Sure, if you've had a flag flying for a year or more,
no, they get
becomes
tattered,
damaged or whatever, to please, bring in the flag.
So we have a ceremony, really. I mean, where it's certain words are said, and it's a nice ceremony.
It gives it the honor and respect it's entitled to,
right.
And that above all, during the wars. That's what the men held on to. This is the stars and stripes forever, and gave them the strength to carry on. That one little bit of strength more to go because it was for the flag, for the decency.
Highland Park is very nice. You come up Central Avenue, there's that big flagpole. Yeah. You can see from the bottom of Central Avenue. Yeah. And then, of course, right across from there is the American Legion, the flag there. City Hall has one.
Yes.
And so does the fire department. They all do, but the one on Central Avenue there. Yeah. And the police station on Deerfield Road, they all have a flagpole. And we're always watching when you have to lower them at half-mast to celebrate. Now, what we do, there's one at the Township Cemetery on Ridge Road. There's a cemetery there. And that flagpole actually came from the American Legion building. It used to have a building. Yeah. So we donated it, and the township supports it, so we raise and lower it as needed,
Oh, I see.
In fact, I commandeered your son to help me someday, but he was not there, and I had to do it
myself. Is that St. Mary's Cemetery?
Right next to it. Right next to it.
Oh, on the side, the other one.
Yeah.
Oh, where the railroad. It says the railroad.
Yeah, where the railroad people are. That's all the kind.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
If you look at it, if you look at it as one item,
Yeah.
3/4 is St. Mary's.
Yes.
That's where my family is, you know.
Oh.
And then right next to it is the township.
Oh, that's
The
it.
township.
I
has
couldn't.
it.
I mean, I didn't know it. It's
Yeah.
at the railroad. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
and they have the railroad. Yeah, at that time.
Do they? Is there anybody giving out flags? They used to give out flags. They used to give out candy. They used to give
Well,
out
they got to be
flags.
careful. What they can do is they cannot toss it from the unit. They can walk along
Walk
and hang
in
it.
him. Yeah.
Because when they toss it, people converge and
Yeah,
they.
oh.
No. If you want to walk alongside,
Yeah.
you know, and so you have people that can pass out flags and, you know.
They pass out flags or balloons or
Right,
candy,
right.
whatever.
As long
yeah.
as they're
Walking.
they walk and they're
Pass
next
it
to
out,
the
yeah.
people. In fact, you know what? I happen to have about. Just realized I collect about 20 or 30 small flags. We can start have those passed out.
Oh, that's all right.
That's going to be nice.
Sure.
So
that's
we have
all
the
right.
cars there. You know, it'd be very, very nice.
Yeah, that's all right.
It's a big day. No, it's a fine parade. So Highland Park, you know, we're very fortunate.
Well, we want to encourage everyone to
Yeah.
come out for the parade.
And then go to Sunset Park afterwards.
Yeah. What if it rains, Lair?
Keep going.
Keep going.
Bring an umbrella.
Get a raincoat.
Get a raincoat.
Get a raincoat.
There's no rain check. No rain check.
No rain check. No. 4th of July is the 4th of
4th of
July.
July, yes,
That's
yes,
it.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
What independence? Yeah. I was mentioning to a friend earlier today on the phone that in 4th grade they used to have an essay contest.
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
what the flag means to
Right,
me.
right.
And if you won it, then you won a trip to Washington, D.C. to see, you know, all the monuments.
Monuments,
Yeah,
oh, yes.
wonderful. And I didn't win it, but I wrote the article, and it was really interesting because this was really ongoing for many years.
Well, still,
What
you
the
know,
flag means to me.
we
yeah.
just had it. The American Legion sponsored that.
Yeah.
And at the high school, we gave out 3 awards, a $500 award,
Wow.
$250, and $100, the 3 winners. What does the flag mean to me?
Yeah.
You know, why, you know, so it's not as prevalent. We should have got the grade schools involved.
Yeah.
But now that's the American Legion. The VFW also went out, you know, to
Yeah.
get the kids to write it.
But that was very, very important for me. Both my brothers were in the service, both in the Navy. They're much older than I. I felt like an only child, but I wrote that, you know, and I thought it was a good, you know, essay. But evidently, whoever was perusing, you know, the essays felt that something should be better. But my father was too young for the First World War and too old for the Second World War. He was in the middle.
Right.
But 2 of my brothers went into the service, but I guess they didn't think of that at that time, you know, so.
How about your own family, though, being in the service?
Oh, well, yes.
Your husband?
My husband, Navy Air Force.
Right.
And 2 of my 3 sons are combat veterans.
Right.
Kenny was in combat, but was still served, got his gold wings
Right.
for flying. And David and Randy both were combat overseas
Right.
military. David Army and Randy Navy. He was in the Seabees. And I have uncles that were also military. So yes, we've given service and time for our country, and that's what I think every family should
Yes,
do.
without a
I mean, we live here, you know. Without the protection of the military, we could be overcome at any time.
No, without a doubt. I'm thinking my own family. I'm the youngest of one of the Pasquesi branches, but all of us served. You know, everybody served. You know? And so I was just after the tail end of Korea and the start of Vietnam. My brother was in. My 2 brothers during the start of Vietnam, and then the first cousins were during Vietnam. You know, they all served. It was, I mean, this is our country. We came over here.
Yeah.
Our parents, you know, we respect our heritage, I'm Italian.
Sure.
Right? But we came over here to adopt. My mother had to learn the language. My dad. Actually, think about it. She was an expert cook. She cooked for some of the wealthiest people in Highland Park. My dad was a cabinet maker. If you cannot explain, if you can't look at a piece of wood or a cabinet, if you can't speak, now, the trouble writing, I used to come home even from college and help them write out the bills, but they had to learn the language, and they taught us that. You know, come on, we love Italy. In fact, you know, I'm going to be going back next year every now and then. The Pasquesi family that I'm involved in, every 5 years, we celebrate every year in Highland Park. The 5th year we go to Italy, celebrate. So next year we're going to Italy, and I get to sleep in the room I was born in. Now think about that.
Oh my goodness sakes!
Because that one house was retained.
The house is still there.
Yeah, because my father, selling it to he picked out. He had a younger sister.
Yeah. And
the youngest of her children,
yeah,
who was now probably in his 60s. He just gave it to him. If we go over there, we can use it.
Oh, how nice.
Oh, no, the house, you know, it's really funny. You can't touch the outside. Do what you want. You can have microwave on the inside. You have TV. Modern as can be. But the outside can't be. And all you can do is expand it 50% in the back. The reason being, these would be outhouses. And the first thing people added, well, come on, the old farmhouses. Come on.
Farmhouse.
So they can add on the back. You know, but not on the front.
Yeah, wow.
So it still retains it. You know, it's just
That's nice.
So it's fun.
Nice.
So go over next year.
There's a lot of places that, for historical value, even here in America, that, you know, you can't do anything. You know, but they have to retain the original look of
even
the
Highland
house.
Park, we have home. Lloyd Wright, you know,
Frank Lloyd Wright.
He has several homes here.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, Gabe Vitti, he had a home on Sharon Road that was historical. Yeah. He said it's downsized, he went elsewhere, but I think it's important we preserve those. You know, do we have it? You know,
this is these are sites of importance and historical. Of historical value.
Yeah, very definitely.
The architects and designers are no longer around. We preserve the books, we preserve their writing. I think that there's even plans, floor plans that they've preserved.
Oh, yes, definitely. Yes.
So, I mean, it would be very fitting to be able to preserve.
You know, I got a suggestion for you. We have a great historical society, Nancy Webster.
Oh, all right.
They used to have a home on Central Avenue in, was it Linden, which they now took everything, put it at the library. And they have there a whole history of Highland Park. Nancy would be a great guest for you. Nancy Webster.
Have to get her home.
She is the historian there. And in fact, we put a lot of records there, you know, the American Legion and all that. But they have, it's phenomenal, you know, what they have there, you know. So.
Well, you know, each town really should have some representation of how they came about. You know, where was, and topography, where was Lake Michigan at that time? How far up was it? Has it receded? How far did it recede?
Well, Highland Park, you know, right this year now, it's going to be next year. There's a committee. Now, you can talk to the mayor. Set up 150th, I cannot say, whatever, 150th anniversary.
Oh, 100.
Yeah, she has a committee of about 40 of us. You know, we're going to preserve, everyone working on different areas, you know, what to preserve and talk about the history. I was here for the 100th, obviously. I've been here 80 years, you know. So we had the 100th, and I was just in the JCs at that time. We did some work, and now we're going to have the 150th.
The quincentennial, quincentennial?
Yeah, good luck.
I'm trying to say,
I have to look at it. I can't say without
you
looking
know
at
it. You know it.
So Highland Park has preserved its history quite well.
Oh, that's very good.
No, really, really well. So.
Yeah, but there are some other areas that really should preserve their
in
history.
Chicago, I got to tell you, I've just gotten to know the old Hyde Park area.
Wow.
That is a magnificent area.
It used to be the top of the line.
It was, and it's part of it still is. Yes, it was.
The very, very wealthy lived out there in huge mansions. I mean, this is before there was income tax or anything.
Oh yeah, they lived there. They moved to the Gold Coast.
Yes, these homes were just, I mean, with servants, with whatever. Just magnificent homes out there.
And then they moved up here. Then in the summer they moved out to Lake Forest.
Oh yeah, sure.
And they had the big estates in Lake Forest, but they stayed in the city because the schools were there.
Well, sure.
The Latin school, the various schools for them. That Gold Coast. But I just found that part of Chicago about in the 90s. I had a good friend who unfortunately needed special medical care. We took him down to the University of Chicago.
Yeah.
Well, he was tied up for 4 hours, He was 4 hours. So I would go drive around. I could not believe how beautiful the University of Chicago is.
I know.
And in some of the facades and the houses there.
I know. This is they cannot be really reproduced.
No, not at all.
Those are the original.
Yeah,
That's original. Those hand carvings, those, and the iron fences, how beautiful those
they are.
Yeah, just outstanding.
But Highland Park has that too, throughout the area here, so we're very blessed. But we are a good patriotic community. We're a good family community, and I like, the mixture we have, it just.
We have, the schools are good schools.
Oh yeah, that's why people come here, yes.
These are, like prep schools.
Mm-hmm.
This is not just like a regular grammar school or a high school. These are preparatory schools going on for higher levels of education
and they still have, which is good, some we call shop courses. You learn to be a carpenter, a plumber, electrician. Yeah. Now, I used to do it right at the high school.
Yeah.
But now they go to college in Lake County. Like my one son works for Chrysler now. He took mechanic courses, so he had a bus go from Highland Park High School out to Lake County, for half a day.
Oh, yeah.
Or a full day,
Well, and they learn mechanic trades.
Yeah.
They get paid a very high wage.
No, very definitely.
You have to be licensed. You can't just get a nut and bolt and try to put a car together or whatever. That doesn't work, and that I think the trade schools are coming back.
No, they're coming back
because we need them.
You need that.
This is a need. This is a need. Instead of having these youngsters go into school and wash out, they can't make it. Let them work with their hands.
No, you need them.
We need carpenters, we need plumbers, we need electricians. We need men that can do flooring, lumber work. We need all of that. Yeah.
No, now Highland Park High School, when they had the trade school right at the 50s, they built about 5 or 6 houses in a Sunset subdivision, which is just west of the post office.
Oh.
Between that and between Walters Field, Sunset Park, and when I went to St. George High School, but I hung around with the guys from Highland Park. I lived here. They were building houses there. There's a good In fact, my house was built by 2 good friends of mine.
Really?
Yeah, they were. Bertucci Manfredini. They were the main contractors, and then my dad did the finishing work. My uncle was an electrician, but the rough work was done by Bertucci Manfredini. They really learned the trades there, So that's important. So Highland Park is so diverse. I just love it. I choose to stay here,
Well, but taxes, we could get on that kind of a roll. Taxes are pretty high. And I don't know what they're doing in Springfield, but, they got to do something because there's a lot of empty places that would be happier to be filled home-wise. But taxes
I'm not up on that, on the Springfield aspect too much.
The inordinate amount of financial on taxes. The houses aren't even worth as much as what the taxes are being charged. That's really problematic.
Okay.
We could do a program on that. Absolutely.
But really, in the historic Nancy Webster,
listen,
I'll give you her name. I'll send it to you.
Absolutely, I would be delighted to have her as my guest.
She has a real collection there,
Wonderful,
they've done
wonderful.
Well. And it's a whole history. She's, in fact.
Well, you've got to be a historian buff to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to know.
And she was instrumental in, we've done it twice now. On December 7th, we had a Veterans Symposium.
Oh.
And I've been the chair of it, for 2 years now. And they helped with that, honoring, we talked about, Pearl Harbor and what have you, and all that. We had the veterans there. So
Kenny and I went, and we took the 3 boys with us at that time. They were quite little, and we visited Pearl Harbor, and that was really very emotional for me. Although no one in the family was, you know, there. I mean, and I keep forgetting the name of the field. What was the name of the field?
Oh, Henderson Field. Hicks. It was Hicks.
Hicks.
Hicks, yeah.
Yeah, Hicks Field. Yeah. And so we took the little launch out to the Arizona on there. It really needed some work to be done.
Yeah.
To restore it, and they say now that there's oil leaks coming up
you're right.
from Pearl.
Right.
Because of the ships down there. So I don't know how they're going to clean that or what they're going to do.
They're going to do. In 1957, when I went aboard a ship, we went out to the Westpac for most of the straits to patrol, separate China. We came into Pearl Harbor, and the Arizona is there. You treat it as a ship which is still in duty.
Yeah, really.
We saluted it. You know, same as if it was an active duty, and we came in. It's a magnificent place. It's unreal. So.
Is it 1,500 sailors and Marines were trapped on that and went down with it?
Yeah, we had the 8 carriers, the 8 cruisers all there together. Too bad. Anyway, well, 4th of July, we're going to celebrate the freedom.
From King George.
Isn't that something in England as well?
And England wants to help celebrate?
Yes, I'm telling you.
They wanted to take us over. We were the land of the outcast.
I know.
They couldn't wait to unload their people up here in America.
Including Denmark, England, Norway, Portugal, and Sweden to celebrate the 4th of July.
Wow. Well,
that's unbelievable.
That is really something.
Yes.
England's going to, well, I think they would have liked to have enveloped us, but we fought a hard battle.
Oh, no, but they did without a doubt.
You know, we fought a hard battle to win it and to keep it. And you know, the British are coming. What can I say?
And you already started on getting us 155 million hot dogs. You already bought your... Imagine it.
I don't know if England, do they eat, what do they call them? I think bangers, don't they call them
that
bangers?
I don't know, but in our country, 155, just... You know, realize that.
Just on one day, just for the 4th of July?
Yes, I'm telling you, on the 4th of July each year, one day.
One day.
That's only 300, what do we have, 330 million in
330 million.
Well, half of them have to have a hot dog.
One at least.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, 155 million hot dogs.
Well.
And then 343 million on beer. That's unreal.
The beer companies can't wait for the 4th of July. And you know what goes with a hot dog? You have to have the bun.
Yeah.
So you have to have
the
bakers,
all
the
buns.
Ingredients. Oh, yeah. I've been watching all the cooking shows, and they're not pushing that as much as all the stuff that you can create home and stuff like that. But you can't eat, you know, chicken on the 4th of July when everybody's eating a hot dog. That's the American way. Pardon me. People come from Europe to come here to eat a hot dog. They say they hear so much about the American hot dog and fries and pop. That's the first thing they want to eat.
I know. Even though we have, you know, McDonald's with all the hamburgers, it's the hot dog.
Hot dog. A hot dog wins out.
Yeah.
Hot dog
the
wins
Chicago
out.
hot dog.
Is there going to be any kind of hot dog eating contest?
No, not a contest, but we have the booth down there.
Oh, the booth. Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, we have that. No.
Not a problem.
No, those hot dogs.
You know,
I watched them. And the skinniest guy won. I couldn't figure it out.
I know. New York has Nathan's hot dogs.
Yeah.
This guy gulps down like 100 hot dogs.
I mean, I can't believe
couldn't
how they
believe
do it.
what I was seeing. I just, you know.
And the skinny guy won.
They win. I don't know. Do they go on a hunger binge?
I have no idea.
To be able to get all that down? That's really something. I'm getting hungry. You know, we're talking, Larry, and I'm getting hungry.
We're going out afterwards.
We are. I'm not gonna get a hot dog. But you know, I'll save that for Tuesday.
There you go.
To get some hot dogs. And the Lions are providing.
Yeah, they have the big tent there. Yeah, they have the
That's
hot
nice.
dogs there. Yeah, they've had it for years.
That's nice.
I want to say a good 20, 30 years.
That's nice.
I got to look into this, though. Fireworks have been a major 4th of July since earliest. In 1884, the miners blew up the post office because it wasn't supplied with fireworks.
And I didn't know that Illinois now allows fireworks. I mean, they're selling sparklers and.
Yeah, I'm amazed at that. Yeah,
I mean, where have I been? I didn't. Sparkler isn't going to do anything.
If you want to talk about safety, be careful with
Oh
those.
yes, we should. We should
I
talk
mean,
about
that's a big problem with that.
Yes,
I mean, they got the cherry bomb. Oh,
the cherry bombs.
Because the wick is always professionally made.
Yeah.
You light it and you go to throw it. People lost fingers. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Sparklers okay. I can see
Sparklers
that's a lot
are
of fun.
okay. Yeah.
But aside from that, backyards scare the heck out of me.
Well, in the 50s, it used to be terrific.
Yeah.
But they would say they were having people come into the emergency rooms.
Oh no, terribly so.
They were burned.
Yeah.
They had burns.
Yeah.
Well, the sparklers are on a metal rod.
Yeah, that's different.
You don't wait until you get to the very.
I know.
Hold it to the end.
Right.
You can't put paper around it.
Right.
It'll catch on fire.
But the ones that explode, the big ones.
Oh yeah,
cherry
and you need to be very safe. So let's just do that now. Let's give the alert for all those having firecrackers or whatever to please understand that there is a safety issue involved. Yes. Please be safe. Please be alert. Please be knowledgeable about what you are handling. And if it's firecrackers, be alert that you can't put it where it's going to catch fire on anything on the ground, and let them pop, bing, bing, bang, bang, and be wary of the sparklers because that's on a metal rod, and that gets very hot. You can't put anything on there. Best thing is to place it, stick it in the ground. Right. Yeah, stick it in the ground, and then you can have an adult light it for you, and that's excitement. I don't know what else is out there. There's cherry bombs. There's what do you call it?
That's the one that scares me. The cherry bombs.
Is the
wow,
what's the other one called? The they shoot off every so often.
Oh, the rocket. Yeah,
I don't know what that's called. But those are all dangerous. They are, for all intents and purposes, possibility of, fires, starting fires.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
The bottle rockets, bottle rockets, and the holiday candles, what they call it.
You lost me on that.
Well, they shoot all over the place. They just.
That's why we try to have it in one spot instead of your backyard. Now, you actually, Exmoor has some, so you can watch them at Exmoor.
Oh, yeah, at the country
Not there,
club.
but sitting on.
Yeah. And a lot of homes, everybody just gathers in the street or in one backyard. From our backyard, we can see Deerfield.
Can you? Yeah.
We see Deerfield. Heck,
they have theirs on the 3rd, I believe, the day before.
Yes, theirs is the 3rd.
Yeah, ours
Monday
is the
night.
4th, yeah.
And today is Wednesday, so we want to let everybody know to be very careful with the excitement of the illumination that you mentioned.
Yeah, they call it that, yeah.
And also empty out your little pots or saucers or whatever.
Yeah, that this water retention is.
Yeah, for
I know we talk about the 4th. I
mosquitoes.
cannot stress that enough.
Oh, terrible mosquitoes.
You
really
never
bad.
think of that. You say, okay, you see a pond. No, I'm talking just a dish.
Saucer, a little saucer, wherever.
A frisbee, which collects
if it's upside down, that's right. Turn everything upside down. Dry everything out. Ponds, they've got fishes, birds eat it, frogs, they don't last long.
Right.
This is not a breeding area because Mother Nature takes care of her own.
Right.
But, we have to tell us two-legged animals to be able to do that.
No,
so.
especially remember one time under someone's porch,
Oh,
they were complaining about all the mosquitoes. We looked all over.
They probably had
They were raised about a foot up, so we could look under there. There was like a puddle there, and someone had an area well that didn't drain.
Yeah.
And the mosquitoes, gathered all the water.
Yeah.
No, that's very dangerous.
Oh, it is indeed. Yes, it is.
But Highland Park has a very good, they use the proper chemicals.
Yeah.
And they use such a minute part, but look, we did not have West Nile virus.
And that's good. Yeah. That's good. And we need to tell our viewers, please do not leave your animals outside. Please do not leave your animals in a closed car. Please do not leave your children outside or in a closed car. That's very dangerous. Right. So we've got helpful hints for safety on fireworks, helpful hint on reducing mosquitoes,
Right.
and helpful hints on saving lives, because if you leave anyone or any living human being or human or living in a car with the windows rolled up, that
that's a
could be
bad
a
one.
tragedy.
Yeah.
And be prepared. Have a bottle of water. I'm going to have a bottle of, this is a Michigan Straight, and become hydrated, because it's very, very important that you hydrate yourself. Pop doesn't always do it.
No, it does not.
Coffee, beer, certainly not, but the water. Drink at least one of those waters and you'll be safe. Yeah.
Also, clothing. You should cover yourself pretty well.
Oh, yeah, and a lotion.
A lotion, yeah, you have to
would be
do
good.
it, yeah.
Lotion would be good. Insect repellent spray, whatever it is,
right.
yeah.
Right.
Larry.
And then wave your flag at your house.
Yes.
Oh, we should have said that. You
Yes,
get as many
okay.
flags as you can. Flags are available, very reasonably priced at Walgreens,
Yes.
at
Jewel,
Jewel,
yes.
all over. Very reasonably priced. We should
Raise
display
your
the
flag,
right
for
the
the
home.
pride
Yeah.
and respect that we live
Right.
in America.
Right, for sure.
And well, Larry, this has been wonderful.
I
This
enjoyed
is not only entertaining, I loved when you come on, but you're so informational, and reading those 10 points, that was incredible.
It was incredible, really funny.
That really was wonderful.
So
That's
the
really
internet
great.
can be good.
Yes. Yes.
It can be good.
Yeah, okay.
So
Well,
really good.
yeah, we did a good thing. We did a good thing. And if you would like to be on the program, or you have something important to mention or say, or you're part of a book club perhaps, a book club is good, a military book club, whatever organization, if you'd like to contact me, there is my email, there it is. And if you could contact me, we'd love to have you on the program. You can sit right here where Larry's sitting. If you're a singing group, a musical group, we are going to get those girls, the military girls, the singers back. We've been trying very diligently. We've been trying almost a year now. Something always comes up, but they're good. Sweet Things Remembered.
Yeah, right.
They're wonderful group, wonderful singing group. Everything from the 40s, all the military songs from the 40s. So all I need to say is, we're going to be on YouTube. I invite you to watch our
watch
YouTube.
YouTube, please.
We're on
yes.
YouTube, and you can see us there. And we so appreciate you watching the program and participating. And we love to hear from you. And if you have some pluses, additions, or subtractions, we'd like to hear that too. So thank you for allowing us in your home or your place of business. Have a very safe 4th of July. And be safe, be happy, be proud in America, and wave your flag. We're Americans all. And Larry, thank you for being on the program.
Thank you for the privilege of being here.
Thank you so much. Happy 4th of July, everyone.
Happy 4th, yes.
Be safe. Be safe.